Hello YouTube, it is Championdjk coming at you again with another weekly episode, and it was a good week this week. So I'm going to show you some stuff as usual, and I mean let's get right to it. So I did get some mail this week, in particular from my buddy Andrew Jaremko. He sent a few things for me and a few things for my buddy Diecast. And I'm going to show you what he hooked me up with, basically. There were some extras in here. He didn't really clarify. Well, extras meaning that we're kind of like trading for one group of items that I'm about to show you. But he did send some other things along. A few green light. So like a couple Chevelles, a couple green light Chevelles. And I'll show these. I'll roll these by the camera in the second segment. This one in like maroon. He didn't specify who these were for. I don't know if these are for me or supposed to be for Diecast, but I'm sure he'll let me know as soon as he sees this video. So yeah, Chevelle, a Johnny Lightning Zinger. It's a Vega. That's a Vega, right? I don't know. Yeah, right. That's a Chevy Vega, right? Anyway, that guy. Let's see here. Check this lighting situation. Yeah, dim it just a little bit. Let's see here. That guy. Pretty cool. It's green. I think I have this one. Do I have this? I'm gonna have to look. So yeah, let's see here. This one, this New York City Parks Ford truck. So these are just like the loose items he sent along. He sent my buddy Diecast a couple green machines. I don't have those on me right here, so I already put it with his stuff, so I can't show you. And then this Texaco Johnny Lightning tow truck. Pretty cool little piece right there, actually. Anyway, we'll take a close look at this stuff in the next segment, so I don't really need to spend much time on it here. But the main event of the box was definitely these Tomica pocket cars, okay? I was going to save these for like a 10 Car Tuesday for their own video, but I decided we're going to open them all right here today. So hopefully you guys enjoy this. If you're not familiar with Tomica pocket cars, they came out in the very early 80s, I believe, maybe even late 70s. They were something to try to compete with, you know, your Matchbox and Hot Wheels and all that stuff. So they were made, they're Tomica, but they were made for the American market, meaning that they were on a card instead of sold in a box to be hung on pegs in shops. So, I mean, and he sent me 11 of them. All right, I was going to do a 10 Car Tuesday episode, like I said, with a bonus extra one. But he sent me 11 Tomica pocket cars. So there's 6 right there. And then here is another 5, if I can pick them all up with the camera. And we're going to look at each one of these. So, but we're gonna check each one of these out in the next segment. I'm super stoked for especially this Lotus. This Lotus Esprit looks super cool. So I'm really excited for this one in particular. And there's a Maserati in here, the Maserati Merrick. That thing is super cool too. So these two cars, I am pretty stoked to get. The other ones are pretty cool too. They're more like there's some construction vehicles and stuff. There's a cement mixer, a dump truck, a tractor, some weird Lamborghini jungle safari, which is super cool, and a bulldozer. You know, some old Ford Model T. Ford Model T Touring. These ones I'm not super interested in, but it's cool. They're just really neat. They're old, made in Japan, Tomica. So really cool to look at. Another thing that's absolutely fantastic is One Stop Diecast has released their first truck in the Racing Legends series. And this series of Auto World exclusive, or I guess One Stop Diecast exclusive Auto World trucks is just fantastic. I've been posting a lot to my story, my Instagram story of these, and these are super cool. All right, so there's like 6 trucks in the first release, and then there's another release that follows it with another 6, I believe. So I believe there are 12 in total. They are going to, the goal is to release 1 a month, I think, for the next year. And that may not happen exactly in that timeline. There may be, you know, they might come out closer. Because I know the second one in the series, the Jungle Gym. So this is Ronald Long's Hawaiian. The Jungle Gym, I think they've already like got cleared customs or whatever, so it's coming. One Stop Diecast is gracious enough to send me, they signed me up to get the first 6, and they're providing them to the channel. So that is appreciated. It's very, very awesome. To pre-order these, you can go to One Stop Diecast. If you can go to One Stop Diecast. Sometimes your favorite hobby dealer on Facebook or whatnot will get these as well, because they do sell them to they do wholesale them as well. But really, really cool, and I just can't resist. We're going to open this up in this video right away, first thing in the second segment, because I got to get this out of the package, and we'll talk more about it. So this is definitely going to be a main event of this episode. We got this and the Tomica pocket cars are going to be really cool to look at. It's limited to $24.96, so not a lot of them out there, guys. Again, if you're an Auto World collector, jump on these. The ones that are going to be really hard to get later on, I'm telling you right now, are going to be these like hobby dealer exclusives, because now, as you may or may not know, Auto World production numbers have gone up quite a bit. They used to release series where they'd only have like 1,200 cars or something like that. Nowadays, it's not the case. You're looking, when they release a Chevy square body pickup, they know it's going to be popular, and they make a ton of them. Over 10,000 pieces, which is still, you know, due to the demand, still not that plentiful, I guess, because they're still going to be down the road, I think, somewhat tough to get, but not nearly as tough as something like that's made at 2,500 pieces. So I'm telling you guys, if you want to get these, if you're interested in getting any of these, you need to get them now. They're not going to be found cheaper later. And I consider myself somewhat of a smart diecast buyer, I guess. I'm always looking for deals and all that stuff. And what I can tell you from this is there's some things that are worth waiting, that you will wait for the right deal to pop up and you will get it. And there's other things that if you're trying to wait for a really good deal, you may end up waiting forever or never find it. And I think when you get into the very, very limited Auto World stuff, you can wait, but it's going to be tough, man. It's going to be tough, because there's definitely, you know, over 2,500 people that are going to be interested in this truck. And as the hobby grows and as Auto World popularity grows, it's just going to get tougher. So, I'm telling you, if you want to put something on your want list for now and you collect Auto World, I would go after these hobby exclusives. It's just my advice. You know, I could be wrong. It's possible. But yeah, I would do it. So this absolutely looks fantastic. The idea behind this is fantastic, and we'll talk more about it when we get into it in the second segment, but really stoked for that series. It's very, very awesome. I love what these hobby dealers are doing. MG Minis, Surplus Goodies, and this One Stop Diecast, J-Car. You know, a lot of them are releasing these Chevy trucks. And you might think it's a little overboard. That's fine. You can pick and choose what you want. That's cool. I'm obviously going to try to get all of them. And, you know, just because I'm a diehard Auto World collector, I'm going to have to. The Ultra Reds are going to be really difficult. I've had some good luck so far. But anyway, yeah, that's enough on that for now. Lastly, what we got here is we're going to do a quick little green light unboxing. Right here. We're not going to look at these cars in detail. This is La Carrera Panamericana Series 3. And of course I needed it in my collection. I love the series. My good buddy Diecast just threw this in his last 3,000 toys order and said I could have it. So let's open it up and see if we score a chase. Unfortunately, I already shipped him all the regulars, so if we do score a chase in this, and I'm sure I would like to just give it to him because I know he collects the chases. So I'll have to replace it with a regular if we score something in this. We'll see. I don't know if he's really terribly into the chases that would be in here. And I'm just kind of peeking. I don't think we got one, but let's just take a quick look here. So 3,000 Toys is where this came from. I'm not sponsored by 3,000 Toys. They didn't ship this, but I guess in a way I'm sort of sponsored by Diecast because he hooks me up with a lot of cool stuff. Of course, it's sort of an exchange for a service, but ooh. I might show this up close. There's some issues with this. It looks like it's got some fingerprints on it that got in like a black paint from the wheel and got onto the car. Almost makes it look race worn, which is kind of cool. Anyway, Shelby, I've already done an unboxing video on this, so if you search the Greenlight playlist, you're going to see this series. You'll see that I've done an unboxing video on this. This is definitely the standout of the series, the Studebaker Champ. The Studebaker Championdjk. All right, so that is pretty awesome. The Beetle's really cool. The 240Z, even though, or 260Z in this case, even though the casting is sad, it still looks pretty cool. You guys know I'm not a huge fan of this casting. Love the actual car. The casting leaves a lot to be desired. And then lastly, this classic Volkswagen Beetle. Okay, no chase in this case, which is cool. It's fine because I just wanted the series. I wanted to have it to keep my La Carrera Panamericana series complete. So there is that. All right, so that's a good first half. Let's go flip it around. We got a lot of pocket cars to look at. We're going to definitely check this thing out, open that up, and I'm stoked. So let's go ahead and flip her around. All right, guys, so let's start out as promised with this really cool one-stop diecast exclusive limited edition Auto World Racing Legends series. This thing right here, this Chevy C10. So this is a fantastic idea. It's absolutely fantastic. I can't say that enough. Just a really great take on doing an Auto World exclusive series. Let's give it some classic like drag racing car livery as a support vehicle, and just really freaking cool. So the really neat thing about this as well is Johnny Lightning, for the most part, I believe, has released most of these like funny car castings as well, and you can get some of these castings in Hot Wheels too if you go like the older drag strip Demons. I believe this car was released in that series, a version of this. So now I'm really going to have to start hunting the cars that will complement these right here. I think I already have a couple. I've got, I think, a USA one, and I think I've got an Army from the an Army one from the Hot Wheels drag strip Demons from back in the day. I've got a couple, so we'll have to check that out. That is pretty cool. I don't know how the licensing works on this, if they had to like get the licensing for all this stuff, or what exactly happened there. I don't know, but it's just, here you go. I mean, there's a description here. Over the top funny cars dominated drag racing popularity from the late 60s to mid 70s. Imagine sitting in the stands covered with hot smoke from Jungle Jim or the Chi-Town Hustlers, ear-splitting burnouts. So pretty awesome. You can read that if you want to. This is just an absolutely fantastic idea. Okay, I think it's great. I think it's awesome. I know a lot of people are going to be taking pictures pairing these cars with the other ones if you can get them. So here you go. Here, you can take a look at that. You know, like I said, I mean, there's not that many of them made. $24.96. There is an ultra red as well of this, and of course I will have to try to get an ultra red to match every single one of these, and it's going to really be difficult. Honestly difficult. Even with my great buddy Crazy Todd, who seems to like acquire these things left and right. These Auto World Truck Ultra Reds for hobby exclusives. It's almost like a hobby of his to try to find those and then figure out a way to like get them into my hands, whether it be by trade or cash or whatever. So we'll see what happens with that. But without further ado, I am excited to open this car. Let's go ahead and get it opened. And yes, he provided one for the channel. And truth be told, I did also buy a couple from a hobby dealer. So I've got 3 of these now. Why not? I'm going to keep a carded set of these. It is what it is. I am an Auto World fanatic. You guys know that. And some of these are just absolutely fantastic. So check it out. It just looks great. I love that it's the stock height truck, and I think all the trucks in the series are going to be the stock height. And I actually sometimes prefer the stock height over the lowered one. I know the lowered one seems to be a little bit more popular, maybe among collectors, but to me, I don't know, the stock ride height's really cool too. So this is the version of the tooling, of course, with the 3 rivets. I don't think we're going to see, there is an older version with only 2. I don't think we're ever going to see that again, because this has just helped to ensure that the bed is straight on the car or truck. And just look at this. Graphics are sharp. They look great. Awesome stuff, dude. Alright, so I am interested to know from you folks if you guys are going to go after this set or not. If you didn't know about it, I did write about it briefly as well in my wrapping my head around all the square bodies to come out in 2020 list, which this one was on the list. It didn't make it for 2020. I think it really didn't come out until like the early 2021 here. Right away in January, or just shortly after Christmas is when it actually came out. So it was a little late, but it still made that article. Just like I said, it's a fantastic idea for a series of exclusives. Just a fantastic idea, and the fact they're putting out a lot of them, it's just really cool. It's a little overwhelming, right? Because it's going to be like 1 a month, so you have to try to get one of these each month. And if you're trying to go after the Ultra Reds, that's where it really, the chase cars, that's where it's really going to get like, I guess, stressful as a collector, trying to acquire all of them, because it is going to be difficult, that is for sure, unless you have like very, very deep pockets or you're very connected. And I don't have very, very deep pockets. I am a little connected, so that does help. But I'm going to tell you right now, I can't afford to pay straight up cash for all the Ultra Reds because they're going to be expensive. But I will try to get them in some way, some shape, some form, try to figure it out. And this thing is just great. So super, super cool. All right, so like I said, get them now. They're going to be tough to get later on. Trust me, they will be. This is going to be a popular set. All right, so knock it out of the park. One Stop Diecast. Good job picking this concept, because yeah, I'm a huge fan. All right, I can't wait to get the other ones. I've seen some pictures and they just look fantastic. So yeah, so this to me is really cool. All right, next up, let's just open up all these old Tomica pocket cars. Now, not all of these are going to be super desirable castings. That's okay. They all are on card, but you know what? The cards are wrecked anyway, so I don't feel bad opening these up. Do I really ever feel bad opening stuff up? Yeah, occasionally when it's really old and if the cards are real crispy and stuff like that. You know, I know that would irritate some people because it's made it this far and now I'm ruining it. But in this case, Frito-Lay. That must be on one of the cars. So this is a copyright date, 1982. And, you know, they did a lot of stuff. So Pontiac Trans Am. I do actually have a Trans Am. It's not black, though. There is a fire truck with a ladder that raises up. There is one. And a Maserati with a top hatch that opens. There are 72 models to choose from, each with their own special features that make pocket cars unique. Made in Japan, printed in the USA. So I think all the cars are the same on the back, but we'll check it out. And of course, it's meant to look like a jean pocket, kind of. And this is the big rig dump truck. Let's go ahead and release it from this old packaging. You can find these on eBay. They're not terribly expensive, depending on, you know, what castings you're going for. There are some that are going to be really expensive. But man, robustly built. This bucket is metal. This is metal. The base is plastic. Take a look at the base here. Tomica, made in Japan. F63. That F stands for foreign market, which it just says American truck. Foreign market just means they were the ones, cars that were made that weren't actually Japanese cars. It's nice. It's not bad. So, of course, we got some articulation here, which is always cool. You got the dump truck. You know, definite play value and stuff. I think one little tip, if you are trying to find these locally or something like that, if you're trying to find old Tomica pocket cars, if you have some people that do train shows, I think these were used a lot in train layouts back in the day because of the smaller scale. So, like, this is obviously not 1/64 scale. It's 1/98 scale. So I think it's what HO train layouts, I think, is where, you know, people that did that back in the day, I think they used like these Tomica cars because they were a little bit smaller scale. The majority of them. All right, what should we grab next? Here's the Bugatti. We got a Bugatti, the 1927 Bugatti Royale. Same card art on the back. Don't really need to look at that. Of course, same card art on the front as well. And another little blister pull Tomica pocket car. All metal, except for the base. The base is plastic, but the body's metal. And they all basically are going to have two different types of wheels, either this wheel or the wheel that we're going to see, well, at least for the regular cars. There are some like truck wheels or whatever. The wheel that we're going to see in that Lotus and the Maserati is a little bit different wheel, but they roll really well as well. But there you have that one. Very, very cool. Take a look at this guy. The Ford Model T Touring. 1915 Ford Model T. This one's kind of been held together by tape. Definitely don't feel bad opening that up. Ooh, it's got some weight to it. Red. Of course, plastic interior. It does have a plastic base. Type T Ford. F11 is the casting 1/60th scale. Did we look at the scale on this one? This one is 1/80th scale. Wow, this car must have been super long in real life. I don't know how accurate the scaling is, but who knows? You know, this isn't my cup of tea. Pun intended. As far as cars go, I'm not really into the real early days of automobiling, but kind of cool. Yeah, might as well just follow it up with this 1915 Ford Model T Coupe, the Coupe. And here is this guy. We got a weird kind of brown window going on. F11 1/60th scale. You know, it's neat. I mean, it's kind of cool. The fenders are actually metal. body's metal, top is plastic, bottom's plastic. What do you guys think about that stuff? It's neat, you know, it's different, something different. I don't have any Model Ts in the collection, and, you know, now I do. Let's go for a Bulldozer. This is simply called Bulldozer. It looks like the track is actually rubber. It's going to be interesting to see how that fared over the years, being in the package. Kind of afraid to move it because it might be a little brittle. But look at this guy. Look at the articulation. That is really cool. Komatsu. So this one, it's a Dozer D65S shovel. And that's why this says number 106. So this doesn't have an F in front of it, which means this is actually a Japanese bulldozer. Komatsu Dozer. It wants to roll, and probably in its early days it did. I don't really want to push it though, because I don't want to break the tracks. With them being rubber, and they're going to get brittle as they age, and we're just not going to go there with that. But really cool little piece. 187 scale, so that's like perfect for, I think that's HO train layout, right? That's neat. Just a neat old piece and in mint condition, which is just a cool thing right there. Tractor. So I know these aren't the most like probably exciting castings, right? This is American Tractor F54. This is what your American Tractor looks like. Let's open it up. So I know these aren't like the most exciting vehicles maybe for a lot of people, but it's something different, and I just like showing different stuff. It's old, it's cool. This is in 174 scale, F54. If anybody's an aficionado of older tractors, you have to let me know if this is modeled after a real deal vehicle or not. It's neat, you know? I don't know. I think it's neat. This one's got a metal base, metal body. This middle piece that's gray is plastic. Kind of an oddball green window situation going on. I don't know. It's cool. It's cool. All right. So the big rig cement mixer. This is probably going to be the American truck casting. Yes. So it's like the same tooling as this, but it has a cement mixer on it. Hot Wheels did a similar thing with their Peterbilt when they came out with that. And let's check this guy out. So that does spin. So yeah, pretty cool. Plastic base, you know, the cab is metal and all that stuff. Everything you see that's white is metal. The whole back piece, of course, is plastic on this one. And, you know, it's just neat. The scale, you know, it's that 190, I think, whatever, no, 98 scale. It's little. But just very cool. I love this stuff. I just think it's interesting stuff. Let's see. We got 4 more. I'm saving the best for last, of course. 1937 Packard Coupe Roadster. I'd love to get all 72 of these that were out in this series. Ooh, this one's got suspension. This is the first one with suspension. Noticed it right away when it bounced. This is a heavy bugger. Metal base. Shiny metal base. Packard Coupe Roadster. 172 scale. Metal base, plastic top. Not removable. Doesn't appear to be. No, it is definitely not removable. And this opens. Look at that. Not like an extra seat, right? That's the fun place to sit in this car. Super cool. It's a neat. I think I have this one beat up somewhere, but getting it in mint condition is just really cool to get it in a blister pool. You notice like none of these have package rub or anything, so the paint has got to be pretty darn high quality. No package rub, and they've been sitting in this old packaging, you know, since probably 1982. So that makes them, you know, 39 years old or whatever. And yeah, in like totally mint condition. No issues whatsoever. So, super awesome. All right, Lamborghini. You get a Lamborghini. Probably not the coolest Lamborghini you would want, but an LM02 or Lamborghini Cheetah. I think that's the same thing, right? I don't know. Maybe not. Lamborghini Jungle Safari. The Jungle Safari Lamborghini Cheetah. F65. It's in 1/62 scale. Made in Japan. Oh, this one's got loads of suspension. That is cool. Look at this guy. All right, that's super awesome. Shovel in the back. Again, another look at the base. This thing's mint. Got some wacky graphics on it, being a jungle safari, whatever. But that is darn cool, man. How can you not like that? How can you not like that? That is really cool. All right, so let's see here. Lastly, we've got two more cars, and they are, in my opinion, what's going to be the highlight of the bunch. We've got the Maserati Merrick, which I do have this car in Kyosho form. Oh, cool. It's got a metal base. And it's got suspension. Okay, this is awesome. Super cool. All right, so it is in 1/62 scale, so we got real close to 1/64. It's the Merrick SS, made in Japan. F45 is the number on the bottom. It's got a shiny metal base. It's got a nice, beautiful blue paint job. We got a little bit of rubbing, okay, so I spoke a little bit too soon. There's a little bit of package rub up here, or dirt that made it in. I bet you that would polish out, though, real quick. And it looks really good. It's really solid. These are the other wheel type I was talking about. Suspension. And it has an opening part in the back. Now, this is plastic, so I'm going to open it once, and it's probably going to be the last time I'm ever going to open it because I want it to stay down. And I'm afraid that if you keep playing with this thing, it will break because it's old, or it won't go back down properly. So there's your one look at that. There's my one look at that, and we are done. We're going to close that up and leave it closed in the mint condition that you see it in here. So absolutely fantastic, man. This 39-ish year old car just looks great. So, okay, that one I'm super stoked about. And this one, possibly even more so. World Champion Lotus Esprit Special. Check it out. All right, so this one, oh, you know, I spoke too soon. See, package rub again on the roof of this car. I'll hit that up with a little bit of wax, and we'll see if we can get that cloudiness out. But other than that, it's in mint shape. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Does it really? It does. I did not notice that before, but this is a feature that you will see on some Tomica premium cars of today. And what is it? Pop up, up and down, headlights, boom. Look at that. That is one of the coolest features you're ever going to see in a diecast car that's near 1/64 scale, is to have that option. Okay, that is super cool. So yeah, this one still takes the cake for me. Plastic base, no big deal. It's got this feature. And they work great. Look at that. Matchbox moving parts, will you copy this, please, and do this with some cars? Because I think you do a great job. You should do it. But that is absolutely fantastic. Look at this thing. This is really cool. This Lotus is awesome. So very, very cool. If you guys want to see more Tomica pocket cars or more old Tomicas, let me know, because my buddy Crazy Todd is an avid Tomica, old Tomica collector. He's got probably more than anybody that I know, you know, in the U.S. anyway, that I know anyway as well. But he's got so many old Tomicas, it's crazy. He's got a ton. I would love to do some more showcasing of these cars on my channel, so I probably will anyway, without your approval. But super cool. I love this Lotus. That is absolutely fantastic. All right, real quickly, just because I said I would, here's the extras from Andrew. We got that guy. We got that guy. We got that guy. I think I might have, I know I have this green one. I might have this one too, I'm not sure. We got the Vega. Zinger. We've got this Johnny Lightning. So these are all green light, right? Yeah, they are, right? Yeah. And then Johnny Lightning. And then the Ford truck. And we turned this into a pretty darn long video. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. All right. That's going to be it for this one, guys. Thank you guys so much again for watching. I really do appreciate it. Thanks again to Andrew, of course, for sending me some goodies. And then thank you very much for One Stop Diecast for basically sponsoring sort of this episode in a way, by providing this model and allowing me to showcase it to you. And yeah, that's it. All right, you guys. Thank you very much for watching. You have a great day.